How do you know when you need to take a rest day? There are numerous philosophies about this topic, and none of them are necessarily right or wrong. Today, we are going to go through the 5 things that you need to consider when taking a rest day. But just remember, it is all about you. Everyone has a different cadence of working out that works for them. And that's why I created my healthy living guide, where I go through the 3 pillars of healthy living that I used and continue to use to not only lose 30 pounds in less than 90 days, I have kept the weight off and I have lived healthier and healthier since. Super easy to start integrating into your life today. You can grab the guide below. It's going to take you less than 3 minutes to check it out and start integrating the 3 pillars. Okay, so how do you know if you need a rest day? Well, the first one may seem obvious when I write it down, but I'll tell you this. Even myself, as a professional athlete, I struggle to follow this, okay? You know when you know. You know when you know. If you're asking this question, how do you know if you need a rest day? You probably need a rest day. I love working out every single day. It's my favorite thing. I've been working out 6 days a week for almost 10 years, okay? I say 6 days, it's kind of a lie. Until I really got serious about ultra running and ultra training, I was working out 7 days a week. But then I realized that I wasn't gonna be able to get to the goals that I wanted to achieve injury-free without taking a rest day. So it was trial and error for me. I'm like, okay, I think at this point I actually need to take a rest day. Well, when I'm not training for an event, I kind of fall off the bandwagon. And I'm not saying that I fall off the bandwagon of working out. I actually work out too much. When I'm not training for something, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna do all these things. I'm gonna go to yoga, then I'm gonna do another yoga, then I'm gonna lift some weights, I'm gonna run. Then I do 4 workouts in a day, and then I wonder, okay, well, why is my knee really tight? Why is my shoulder really tight? Well, you know when you know. So for me, it's very intuitive. When I'm working out specifically for an event, like I have a 100K race coming up this year, so that's 62.2 miles, I will be scheduling a full day off every single week. Right now, I'm not training for that. So what I find is every 2 to 3 weeks, my body's like, bro, stop working out, take a rest day. That's what I did yesterday. So you know when you know, listen to your body is gonna tell you. And if you're asking this question because you're like, oh man, I don't remember the last time I took a rest day, you should probably take a rest day. It's not gonna hurt you. If anything, it's gonna help, okay? So be in tune with your body. You know when you know. Second thing, limited range of motion. So what does this mean? So I'm not a medical professional. Disclaimer on the screen, disclaimer in the description. But here's how I know if my motion is limited, okay? I have a chiropractor and I have a massage therapist I've been seeing for decades at this point. They test both of these things when I go see them. And they know what a normal range of motion is for me. They know what an abnormal range of motion is for me. What this really means is whatever you're used to doing. So let's say that your typical range of motion is you can lift your arms up to here. Maybe you can't go over your head. Maybe you can. It'll be different for you. Well, let's say you've been doing a lot of benching lately, a lot of bench press. You've been doing a lot of HIIT workouts focused on upper body. And you find that you can only get your arms up to here. Or maybe instead of being able to put it over your head, it hurts a lot to put your arms over your head, right? So you get to here and you're like, oh, my shoulder. That means that your range of motion is starting to be limited. It might be time for a rest day. At least resting that muscle group. Same thing. Let's say that you're used to stretching and you're not able to stretch as deeply in different areas. That would be limited range of motion. You might want to take a rest day. You probably also want to talk to a healthcare professional. For me, I go to my massage therapist. He does trigger point and sports massage for me. Loosens everything up. I'll also use my foam roller. I'll stretch some more. I'll go to my chiropractor. If your motion is limited, it might be time for a rest day. Number 3, another obvious one, but you got to assess pain in your body. There's different types of pain. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not going to dig into the different types of pain. Pain in general probably isn't great. Now, if you're running and you feel lactic acid going into your muscles, that's a different type of pain than a sharp pain. For me, if I feel the lactic acid going in my muscles, it's not necessarily telling me I need to rest. It's telling me, okay, you need to breathe more. You need to flush this lactic acid out. But if I'm running and I feel a sharp pain in my knee or a pain where I don't usually feel it, then I'm like, okay, I must have really tight muscles. Maybe I should take a rest day. So be very aware of pain and how it's manifesting in your body. When I'm training for ultras, the training plan literally says that for the last 2 weeks before an ultra, you are better off not doing a single thing than trying to get more incremental gains. You're not going to get any gains. You may as well rest. So if you have a goal coming up and you're like, oh, well, Jonny, I've been training for a marathon and my heel's acting up. By the way, I've had heel issues many times while training for these things. Don't push it. Take a rest day. Take care of yourself. It's not going to ruin your training. Taking a rest day is typically a good thing. Number 4. This is how I felt until yesterday. You can't remember the last rest day you took. You can't remember the last remember. There we go. I can't remember how to spell remember. Can't remember the last rest day you took. Rest day you had. You can't remember and you're like, when was the last time I had a rest day? Maybe you should take a rest day. For me yesterday, I was like, yeah, I've worked out every single day for as long as I remember, which means it's probably been at least 2 or 3 weeks. So I took a rest day. I feel great today. I felt so strong in my workout today, and I do have a little bit of a knee issue happening, but it felt a lot better today than it did yesterday. It felt a lot better today than it did 2 days ago. If you can't remember, you should probably take a rest day. Lastly, if you feel fatigued or you just feel off, if you feel off mentally, and I don't mean mentally from the standpoint of like, I don't know if I can do the workout today. I mean mentally of like, you're just off. You're just like, I just feel weird. Like there's something weird in the air. Or if you're like, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this safely today. Be careful getting in your head. You don't want to get in your head. But if you just feel tired and fatigued and you've been working out like crazy, you've been working your butt off, take a day. Take a full day for yourself to rest. Out of all of these, this one is key. You know when you know. If you're asking this question, you probably need a rest day. Listen to yourself, take care of yourself. Grab my free Healthy Living Guide, 3 pillars of living healthy. You can integrate them into your life today. They changed my life, and I really hope that they help you and change your life as well. That guide is linked right below this video. Thank you for the likes and subscribes.